Welcome back to the VybeShift podcast. This is episode 2 of The One Who Stayed. Last time we spoke about staying when you wanted to run. Today we go deeper, staying soft when you want to harden. Because sometimes we don't flee, sometimes we stay, but we stay with armor on. You know the feeling. You remain in the conversation, but your tone sharpens. You stay in the relationship, but your heart closes slightly. You don't leave physically, but you withdraw energetically. Hardening is more subtle than running. It feels like strength, it feels protective, it feels controlled, but often it is fear wearing discipline's clothing. When we feel hurt, our instinct is to contract. When we feel misunderstood, our instinct is to defend. When we feel vulnerable, our instinct is to fortify. And yet, the one who stayed does something radical. It stays open. Not foolishly, not without boundaries, not without discernment, but without unnecessary armor. There is a difference between boundaries and walls. Boundaries are conscious, walls are reactive. Boundaries say, this is what I can and cannot accept. Walls say, I will not let you see me. Hardening protects the ego, softness protects the soul, and softness is not weakness. Softness is regulated strength. Softness is choosing clarity over control. Softness is allowing yourself to feel hurt without turning that hurt into a weapon. This is not easy. When you feel slighted, when you feel overlooked, when you feel misunderstood, the impulse to tighten is immediate. The jaw, the chest, the voice. And most people mistake tension for power. But true power is relaxed. True power breathes. True power does not need to raise its voice to be felt. The one who stayed is not rigid. It is grounded. Grounded people do not need to harden because they are not afraid of being seen. Here's something I've observed in my own life. Every time I've hardened, I believed I was protecting myself, but what I was actually protecting was an image. The image of competence, an image of being right, an image of not being wounded. Softness dismantles images. Softness says, yes, that hurt. Softness says, I'm still here. Softness says, I will not punish you for touching a tender place. That kind of strength is rare because most people equate softness with surrender. But softness is alignment. When you harden, you disconnect from your own body. When you soften, you remain in contact with truth. This is a steadiness that comes when you no longer need to defend your humanity. You simply inhabit it. The one who stayed is someone who can say, I feel this, I am activated, I am uncomfortable, and I am not closing. Because closing feels powerful in the moment, but it creates distance over time. And if you close often enough, you begin to lose access to your own warmth. So here's today's invitation. The next time you feel yourself tightening in tone, in posture, in presence, pause. Breathe. Notice where you're bracing. And ask yourself, what would softness look like right now? Not passivity, not compliance, not silence, but softness. Perhaps it's lowering your voice. Perhaps it's acknowledging your hurt. Perhaps it's asking a curious question instead of making an accusation. Softness does not guarantee comfort, but it guarantees integrity. And integrity is what the one who stayed is built upon. You can remain present without becoming rigid. You can hold boundaries without hardening. You can stay open without losing strength. because strength that requires tension is not strength. It is fear disguised. The one who stays is someone whose power does not depend on contraction. It depends on presence. So today, stay and stay soft.